Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on quadratic simultaneous equations. In this video we're going to be looking at some exam questions. So here's the first question: solve the simultaneous equation. So over here we know that x is equal to y minus 5, and we have an x in this equation over here. So what we can do is we can substitute this value for x in the place of x squared over here. So instead of x we can have y minus 5 squared plus y squared is equal to 13. Now we can expand this bracket out, so we have y minus 5 and y minus 5. Multiply everything inside the brackets just like this. So we have y squared minus 5y minus 5y plus 25. So that can be simplified to y squared minus 10y plus 25. Okay, and remember we have to add the y squared on, add y squared, and that's equal to 13. Let's simplify this. So we have 2y squared minus 10y plus 25, and that's equal to 13. Now we can see a quadratic equation forming over here, so we need to make it equal to 0. So what we are going to do is we're going to subtract 13 from both sides to get that 2y squared is minus 10y plus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, divide it all by 2 to simplify it. So we have y squared minus 5y plus 6, and that's equal to 0. Okay, now from here we can solve it. So we need two numbers that multiply to positive 6 and sum to minus 5, and you can get the numbers minus 2 and minus 3. Minus 2 and minus 3 multiply to positive 6 and sum to negative 5. So we can have y minus 2, and we can have y minus 3. Okay, and we can make these both equal to 0. Okay, now we can solve for y. So y can be 2 on one case, and then y can be 3. Okay, we're not done yet because we need to solve the simultaneous equations. So y is 2. If we substitute that into, let's say, this equation, which is x is equal to y minus 5, y is 2. 2 minus 5 gives us the value for x, which is negative 3. So x is going to be negative 3. Okay, and then let's do the same over here. If y is 3, we have 3 subtract 5, which is negative 2. X is going to be negative 2. So these are the two possibilities of your simultaneous equations. Okay, so y is 2, x is minus 3, or y is 3 and x is minus 2. Okay, so that's our first question done. This would be worth 5 marks in an exam. Okay, another question we have over here: x squared plus y squared is equal to 17. Y is x minus 3. This time we're given the value of y. As you can see, we are given that y is x minus 3. So we can substitute this y value in the place of y in the equation. Okay, so we have x squared plus y squared, which we know is x minus 3. So x minus 3 all squared, and that's equal to 17. Now we can expand these brackets. So x minus 3, we can expand it. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. We can simplify that to x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, remember we have to add the x squared that we had at the start, and the whole thing is equal to 17. Now we can simplify this to 2x squared minus 6x plus 9, and that's equal to 17. Now again we can see a quadratic forming over here, so we need to make it equal to 0. So let's subtract 17 from both sides to to get 2x squared minus 6x. 9 subtract 17 is going to give us minus 8. Okay, and that's now equal to 0. Okay, now all of these are divisible by 2, so let's divide all of this by 2 to get x squared minus 3x minus 4, which is equal to 0. Now we have the quadratic. Now we can solve it. So we need two numbers which multiply to negative 4 but sum to minus 3. So we can have negative 4 and positive 1. So we have x minus 4 and x plus 1. These two multiply to negative 4 and sum to negative 3, and both of these are equal to 0. Okay, now x minus 4 is equal to 0. X is going to be 4, and x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is going to be negative 1. Okay, so these are our two values for x. Now let's substitute these back into the equation. So we have the equation over here, y is equal to x minus 3. What is y when x is 4? We have 4 minus 3, which is 1. So y is therefore 1. And then over here we have y is equal to, so x is minus 1. What's minus 1? Minus 3. That's going to give us minus 4. So we have minus 4 over here. Okay, so we have x is 4 when y is 1, and x is minus 1 when y is minus 4. And again, that question would be worth 5 marks. Okay, we'll have a go at this final question over here. Solve the simultaneous equations. So x squared plus y squared is equal to 34. Now we're given x minus y is equal to 2. Now let's make one of these the subject of the formula. So let's make x the subject of the formula. We would have to add y to both sides, and we would get x is equal to 2 plus y, or y plus 2. Okay, so we know that x is equal to y plus 2. Now we can just substitute this value into the place of x. Okay, so we will have y plus 2 squared plus y squared is equal to 34. Okay, let's expand the brackets. Y plus 2 and y plus 2. We have y squared plus 2y plus 2y plus 4, y squared plus 4y plus 4. Remember, we need to add the y squared back on from here. So we have to add y squared, and that's equal to 34. Okay, so y squared add y squared is going to give you 2y squared plus 4y plus 4, and that's equal to 34. Okay, now let's we see a quadratic forming out, so let's subtract 34 to make it equal to 0. So subtract 34, 2y squared plus 4y minus 30 is equal to 0. Okay, now all of these are divisible by 2, so let's divide it all by 2. So we have y squared plus 2y minus 15 is equal to 0. Okay, now we can solve this. So we need two numbers which multiply to negative 15 and sum to positive 2. So we have negative 3 and 5. So we have y minus 3 and y plus 5, and that's equal to 0. We can make these both equal to 0 and solve. Y minus 3 is equal to 0, so y is going to be 3. Y plus 5 is equal to 0, so y is equal to negative 5. So these are our two values for y. We need to substitute these back into the equation. So when y is 3, so x minus 3 is 2. we can add 3 to both sides to get that x is going to be 5. So when y is 3, x is 5, and then when y is minus 5, we would have x minus 5 is equal to 2. Then we can just rearrange the equations to get that x will be equal to minus 3. So we would get minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 2, minus 3 add 5 is equal to 2. So therefore x is going to be equal to negative 3. Okay, so these are our two possible values, and then again this question would be worth 5 marks. Okay, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and one last thing, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell.